Welcome back to Review Lens. So imagine being the most iconic Western actor of all time, and your last movie turns out to be about an aging gunfighter facing his own death. That's basically The Shootist, John Wayne's final film, and maybe one of his most personal. It came out in 1976, directed by Don Siegel, but it's not your classic fast-paced Western with shootouts every 5 minutes. This one takes its time. It's quieter, slower, more introspective. It's about a guy who knows the end is near and just wants to go out on his own terms. John Wayne plays J.B. Brooks, a legendary gunslinger who walks into Carson City after finding out he's dying of cancer, and he knows it's not going to be quick or painless. What he wants is not a miracle, but a good death. Something where he's still in control. That's basically what this whole movie is about. Dignity, legacy, and timing. And let's be real, it hits differently when you know John Wayne was dealing with major health issues in real life too. Even though he wasn't actively dying at the time, he'd already survived a battle with lung cancer and wasn't exactly in top shape. That parallel makes this role feel way more raw, way more real. There's a scene with Jimmy Stewart playing the town doctor. It's pretty emotional, but interestingly, it was reportedly difficult to shoot. Stewart kept missing his cues, and Don Siegel was getting frustrated. He even accused them of not taking it seriously enough. And Wayne, true to form, snapped back, "If you want better, hire better actors." Classic Duke. Classic John Wayne. Now, probably the most fascinating casting in this film is a young Ron Howard. Yeah, Opie from The Andy Griffith Show. He plays Gillum, the teenage son of the woman running the boarding house, played by Lauren Bacall. Howard has a lot of scenes with Wayne, and their energy together is really something. You've got one guy at the very end of his long acting career and another just getting started, and you can totally feel that on and off screen. There's actually a cool moment behind the scenes where Wayne told Ron Howard, "You act too much with your eyes." It wasn't a roast. It was more like genuine advice from an old pro. Ron said he thought about that for years afterward, especially as he moved more into directing. The movie itself doesn't have a ton of action, and that's kind of the point. It's more about the conversations, the heavy silences, the way people look at a legend they know is fading. Everything just kind of slows down. The score's gentle. The camera lingers longer than usual. Even the violence, when it shows up, is quick, ugly, and not glorified. What really got me, though, is how the film opens with this original montage of clips from old John Wayne westerns. That wasn't just an opening credits thing. It was a way to connect this movie to his whole career. Brooks wasn't just any cowboy. He was all of Wayne's cowboys, bundled into one final mortal man who just wants some peace. So yeah, if you're coming into this expecting a Clint Eastwood-style shootout marathon, this ain't the one. But if you're into character, legacy, and the idea of going out with purpose, The Shootist is surprisingly powerful. In a way, it's not just a goodbye to the character, it's John Wayne saying goodbye to the movies. And sharing that screen with someone like Ron Howard, that's like the baton quietly being passed. One era ends and another begins. It's not loud, it's not flashy, but maybe that's why it works. I remember being in Newport Beach near the Duke's house in 1978 because I was stationed in San Diego. There was a big banner across the street that read, "The Duke is a Marine." He died about 8 months later. So what do you think about The Shootist? How many of you saw it in the theater? What's the best scene? Y'all let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more reviews and deep dives into great movies by the Duke. He's not dead. He's right here on this channel, one of my all-time favorites. So as always, see you on the next one. Save us a balcony seat and extra butter on the popcorn.